Hey guys, and welcome to a new round of State of Survival with your favorite monkey. Do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. But today we will check out Reservoir Raid versus one of the top 50 global alliances die. So check out and stay tuned for the result. So this is the start of the battle. It was like surprisingly that we could get the water treatment center 1 and 2, but also lose solo versus Taserface. So that was close battle, as you can see, like 50k only difference. That was pretty impressive. We didn't expect to be able to hold at that moment so many buildings right at the start versus die. We probably expected the same result versus TFA, where we got barbecued all over. So this was pretty impressive, and well, we tried really hard to occupy the solar power station for the fast occupation of our water treatment centers, and at the same time getting challenged at the water treatment center by Chuck. So well, Chuck Norris, I wouldn't be surprised if I got slapped around. I mean, it's Chuck Norris. But let's see what we got here. So reinforcement is heavily, but the barbecue right away started on our players, but it looked great. So we had 8 players in, and here we are. Still that result, and the rally is going on. So hopefully there is a double rally coming, or it was a rally ended attack. Taserface still in the solar power station, but Boo got it back. So that is great momentum for us. And now we need good reinforcement here. And here we are, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we could defend it. We could defend the rally of Chuck. So let's see what we got here. So, ooh, that was crazy good defense. 1.2 million leftovers. And of course we want to try, so burning a lot of biocaps, but versus die I expected not really a chance at all, but we got surprised in that moment, as you can see here. Still not huge massive advantage. Strategy here also rally results. Strategy is pretty much the same for both sides, so none is touching water processing plants. So they had to challenge us at the water treatment center and at the solar power station. Results still super close, like only 18k, but at this time we're only 10 minutes into the match. So let's jump into a few moments later. As you see here, halftime of the match. Still a lot of attacks on us, double rallies on me, as Farmer Kenny still is not beatable. And we already occupied also the center. So right now we are holding both water treatment centers. We hold munition factory, central reservoir, and also solar power station. So that is quite good, but at the tanks we saw the power they have. So there we really struggled. But we focused more on those buildings we could hold, as well as tried to challenge, of course, at the water tanks. But it is a massive fight, and now we got reset at the solar power station, which is not that important at that moment, because we have the occupation in the 3 major buildings, treatment center and the central reservoir. So we could take it back, and here we are already later in the match. Last 20 minutes, you see already a huge difference, 210 versus 100,000. So that is crazy. It was such an intense match all over the time. Death Compound is in the hand, as well as solar power station by Die Alliance. It's crazy. I couldn't believe that we stay a chance at that moment, and I could believe that we will really win this. So that was crazy momentum and crazy feeling after getting barbecued from TFA lines in the previous Reservoir Raid match. So here we have some results. Well, we're we got barbecued, or members of us got barbecued, but on rally side we could also defend partially. Bad prepared doubled rallies, as you can see here, not full rallies, so that was really on it. And now we are in the last 15 minutes. Gap is around 120,000, mainly due to the fact that they are dominating the water tanks and we dominate still at those major buildings like Central Reservoir and Water Treatment Center. And see here also trying to defend with several marches those buildings. Here we had a double rally, also 1.62 million, and my rally was also not full, but we could still hold those buildings. That is crazy feeling. I mean, like, it's die. It's not like any unknown alliance. It's one of the biggest alliances in the last 4 years, and here we see one of the major things and major differences. Generation 1 Tempest Arms and my Tempest Arms you see on my main march. So we have Mark of Strength Force on Eduardo, we have Regenerating Springs on, and well, Mark of Fury on Catherine. So that is literally a super powerful part. And also tried to rally with a double from Chuck as well, but the importance of joiners in our case really neglected some advantages on their rally lead side. And we are in the last 5 or 6 minutes, so you see a massive difference now in the strategy change. Both alliances went for the water processing plants. Crazy fight, so really tried to kick each other out of the building to not get them the first occupation rewards. And also really close fight, still 110k only difference left due to the advantage of die at the water tanks where they had really massive power. But we really tried hard to keep the distance as it was, and it was pretty biocaps costly, to be honest, as you can see here. And again, the next rally to run in a building. 5 minutes to go, difference 112k. So if massive water drops can be taken, then this might be a struggle at the end of the fight. But it's crazy that we achieved that battle and still 110 advantage for us. Couldn't believe it. It's die. Can't say it often enough. Top 50 global alliance, as you could see at the start. So this is a crazy feeling to have such a fight and always fighting all over the place and keep the distance stable at 110k, even with a massive disadvantage at the tanks, where we got really dominated, but where our tank fighters really didn't give up and tried everything. So every free tank was tank that we pushed like crazy for. And here you see that the advantage at the tanks was red, but not that massively, because at the end there are maximum 3 marches with behemoths, so there's always a chance to go for it. But well, I can't believe it, so close, 110k still, so the distance kept staying at 110k, and we're in the last 3 minutes of the fight. That was exhausting fighting, it was intense, and it was great feeling to beat a top 100, top 50 global alliance in state of survival. That's crazy feeling. Here we reset death compound. Good management of puddles in that case. Here we lost it a little bit. There, Die jumped in and got those bigger puddles, but still defending, of course, at the end, the last 3 minutes, going on barbecue mode, because they had to see that this was our victory. Wolves of War versus die hard, crazy match. At the start of the battle, I really thought, before we even started, I thought, okay, that is another TFA match. We can just stay in safe zone and have a chill pill. But of course, we didn't give up in the first minute, because that's not what we do. But that we can win this fight is just as crazy incredible. I hope you enjoy that one. That is power combined with strategy in that part, and that was just crazy feeling. Of course, the gap gets bigger because some of die-hard players just focused on barbecue. Some of our players, well, we stayed pretty much on what are the roles from our players, so stayed at the buildings where it was needed. So yeah, well, last 2 minutes, you see the result already. It won't change much. 120k difference at the end versus top 50 global alliance. So we will need to train more. As you can also see, we are only 25 players, so it was really crazy good, and I hope for an upcoming Reservoir Raid event tournament that we can even train more, get our 30 up for those events and play it like this one. There will be opponents we can't beat, but it was great to see that we could beat such a well-known alliance in State of Survival. So I hope you enjoyed it, and maybe we see each other at Reservoir Raid or King of the Hill and have a good fight, good strategy fight. Nexus is less strategy, but here we had really great strategy, and with 25 versus 30 we had a disadvantage in numbers, but still managed to beat even Die Hard. So I hope you enjoyed that. The last seconds, I mean the victory, you already see who's the winner of this match. That won't change much. 130,000 the last minute, and now we're gonna try and see if we won this at the end. Thank you guys.